Good.
Training DC because, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute. So I feel though this will help me.
Is it going to be a rematch, or y'all still working on it, or what's the plan?
It's going to be a rematch.
Gervonta is locked in and training like a machine, pushing through a grueling camp ahead of his much-hyped rematch with Lamont Roach. The Baltimore power puncher is looking sharper than ever, fully dialed in as he gets ready to show the boxing world exactly why he's feared as one of the most explosive fighters in the sport today.
I'm from Baltimore. He's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too. DC my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
Footage from Davis's home base reveals a fighter in peak form. His movements? Lightning fast. His combos? Surgical. Gliding across the canvas with effortless precision, Davis showcases footwork that feels almost unreal. Every counterpunch cracks like a whip, sharp, calculated, and deadly. This isn't just prep for a fight. It's a warning shot to the entire division.
Gervonta Davis, the gymnast.
Recent sparring footage paints a terrifying picture for anyone in his path. He's dodging shots with reflexes that seem unreal, like something out of a movie. Each counter lands with thunderous precision, and his ring control is nothing short of surgical. From slick pivots to explosive flurries, Tank is showcasing a fighter at his absolute peak. His fight IQ? Sharper than ever. He's not just reacting. He's dictating every second.
Stop closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around. Keep turning.
Tank Davis is unloading pure violence in every punch. Hooks and uppercuts crashing into the bag like he's got a score to settle. There's no going through the motions here. This is personal. The intensity in his training tells a clear story. Tank isn't coming just to win the rematch. He's coming to dominate, to erase any doubts, and to send a message that'll shake the entire boxing scene. Boxing's deadliest strategist. According to Atlas, it's not just Tank's power that sets him apart. It's his icy calm under pressure. While others lose control and swing for the fences, Davis remains cold, calculated, and precise, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash devastation. Atlas hailed him as the most complete fighter in the sport today, a rare blend of slick defense, relentless pressure, and explosive finishing power. He's got 5 styles in his arsenal, Atlas said. And sometimes, he shows you all of them in a single round. Facing Tank Davis, Atlas added, isn't like facing one fighter. It's like stepping into the ring with 3.
He's going to try to get to us, but we're going to frustrate him. He doesn't get frustrated. He takes his time. He's deliberate. A lot of times at the beginning, people thought he was just a seek and destroy missile. They thought he was just a guy that got to you. And they thought that he would get over anxious. He don't get over anxious. He takes his time. He slowly crosses closes those gaps, inch by inch, step by step, and then he gets to you.
Tank Davis's ability to adapt in the ring is unparalleled, turning flexibility into his greatest asset. Whether it's a tactical boxing display or a relentless pressure attack, he's equipped to handle any situation. From a distance, he can out-jab his opponents with precision, and when the fight demands it, he closes the gap with the ferocity of a predator, cutting off the ring like a true master. The fighter from Baltimore has rewritten the playbook, effortlessly shifting between different fighting styles during a match, seizing opportunities as they arise. This constant evolution keeps his opponents off balance, unable to keep up with a fighter whose adjustments outpace their strategies. As one challenger shared, "You come in prepared for one version of Tank, and by round 3, you're facing someone entirely different." It's not just versatility. It's a strategic brilliance masked by explosive power and aggression.
He can set traps. He can use his legs to move around a little bit and wait for the right spot, the right entry point to come in with a dangerous guy. He can do it all, and he can figure it out on the fly with the cerebral part I'm talking about, right? And he's at his prime. See, that's the key. That's the part you got to put in there. He's at his prime.
Teddy Atlas breaks down Tank Davis's methodical approach in the ring, likening it to a chess grandmaster's strategy. Davis doesn't rush in to overwhelm his opponents. Instead, he breaks them down mentally, piece by piece. Atlas describes Davis's technique as a slow-burning masterpiece, where the early rounds are spent gathering crucial information on his opponent's patterns before systematically neutralizing their offense. This calculated and brutal strategy reaches its peak when Davis, like a predator sensing an opening, delivers a sudden, fight-ending blow. He's mastered the art of making knockouts seem like a natural conclusion, not a sudden explosion. As Atlas points out, Davis, now 29, has reached his prime, combining superior athleticism, sharp ring intelligence, and a chilling patience that makes him an even more formidable force.
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying, he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love it. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't. And that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
While most fighters rest, Tank Davis is fully awake, pushing his limits. The champion follows a unique nocturnal training schedule that would exhaust many athletes. While the city of Baltimore sleeps, Davis is grinding under the lights, using these midnight sessions to simulate the late-night conditions of a real fight and build championship-level endurance. His team reveals that he relentlessly focuses on 3 core areas: footwork precision, core torque for power, and defensive reflexes, drilling them until each movement is instinctive. Tank doesn't just work hard, he works intelligently. One of his coaches explains that each late-night drill is crafted to make fight night feel like any other day at the office. This distinctive regimen is why Davis stays sharp through the championship rounds, while his opponents begin to tire.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day 1 in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, It all depends what fits you. Like, I'll run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside. So I just be in the gym and home.
For a very, very big moment, what is your normal day-to-day like at this time of a camp?
I'm also a night person, but I might go to sleep probably around like 3 to 4. Probably wake up probably like 11, get my run in, and then eat, probably lay back down, and then wake up probably like 6 or 7, get my night workout in.
Damn, so you're doing 2-a-days at this point, running in.
The heavy bag isn't going to make it through Tank Davis's training camp. Each thunderous hook and uppercut he delivers sends shockwaves through the gym, with the deafening sound acting as a warning to Lamont Roach. This isn't just regular bag work. This is precision-targeted destruction. Davis is refining his formidable power with exacting accuracy, fully aware that Roach will come prepared with counter-strategies. Timing beats speed. Davis quietly mutters between rounds, as he drills combinations that fuse his trademark knockout power with newfound precision. The rematch has taken on a personal edge, and the champion's intense focus reflects that. He's not simply training to win. He's determined to make a definitive statement about who truly dominates the lightweight division. Lamont Roach isn't in this fight for a paycheck. He's out for redemption. They robbed me of my victory last time, the challenger says, his camp filled with renewed energy and determination. Despite stepping up in weight, Roach is confident he's cracked Tank Davis's code, spending months studying film to pinpoint even the smallest weaknesses in the champion's game. His training shows a fighter who has evolved. Improved footwork to evade Davis's traps, a tighter defense to counter his left hand, and calculated aggression to throw off Tank's rhythm. People forget, I've already taken his hardest shots, Roach reflects. This time, I'm bringing the storm to him. The underdog's quiet confidence hints that he knows something the bookmakers don't. He believes the blueprint to dethrone Davis is real, and he's holding on to it.
Because I don't know what the just happened. You're a referee, you're biggest. You should have seen what the going on. Why I would, if I'm in the corner, I'm erratic in between rounds. What was your feeling in between rounds when you seen that?
We was going off. My assistant coach, Ben Johnson, he was going off on him. Hey Steve, the fuck wrong with you? He was cursing him out and everything. He was like, that was a fucking down. Yeah, he just stood off and waved us off, and he was like,
yeah, because for me, one person would have been having to deal with Lamont, and the other nigga been the whole 60 seconds.
That's how it was. I was dealing with him, and my man Ben was dealing with the rough.
Right.
We got his attention along with the low blows as well. I was like, how many low blows you gonna let us hit us with before you take a point? And then he finally warned him like in the 11th round.
That's crazy. Yeah. Is there anybody in boxing media or media in general, because nobody picked you guys to win at all. Nobody. I mean, I seen you guys go on promotional tours from whether it was boxing podcast to the Breakfast Club. Nobody picked you guys to win. Like, when you get a second, you grab me a water. Sorry. And is there anybody that you got, I know because it's more than one person, but is there anybody, thank you, that you took personal out of all the interviews that you did? Is it one or two people or three people that you be like, this right here, everybody else, but I want to prove this one person wrong?
It's not necessarily that I wanted to prove them wrong. So I wanted everybody to shut the for real. Yeah. Like, but I already said it. Two-Tone, the big bald that got the beard that talked to everybody. Two-Tone, the Showbiz. He already apologized to. Both of them apologized though.
Right.
But they were dead wrong. They was dead. And I don't know if y'all know him or y'all familiar with him, but this one Southpaw TV. He be in my DMs.
The countdown is on for the highly anticipated rematch, with both teams racing against the clock to make the most of the fiery controversy left by their first bout. With the boxing world's attention span constantly shifting, there's a need to strike while the fire is still hot. One promoter stresses, as talks aim for a late summer showdown. The unresolved rivalry between these two has sparked a must-see event, with fans eagerly demanding closure. Media outlets are already crafting narratives of either redemption or repeat, and the fighters themselves are itching to settle the score. In the fast-paced world of combat sports, postponing this grudge match risks losing the intense energy and anticipation that's been simmering since their controversial first fight.
You train 6 weeks before the fight, and Floyd Mayweather messed these boxers up thinking that they can only train 6 weeks before the fight and then they'll be good. Y'all remember when Floyd said that? Give me 6 weeks, I'll beat him. and all these fighters adapted to that. Give me 6 weeks, I'll beat them. Only one that haven't adapted to it, I have to give them props where props is due, is Terrence Crawford.
Shas the adult analyzes Roach's hidden advantage. 36 minutes of direct experience in the ring with Tank Davis. Lamont now holds the most valuable intel in boxing. He's felt Davis's power, studied his rhythm, and survived his traps. The analyst points out that Roach's camp has turned into a Tank Davis simulation hub, with sparring partners meticulously mimicking Davis's signature techniques. The shoulder roll, the counter punches, his explosive left-hand entries, and even his famous feints. This isn't just regular training. It's precise counter-programming, strategically designed to disrupt Davis's offense before it even begins.
Y'all explain to me how the hell that wasn't a knockdown. That was a knockdown, period. He took a knee for the break. That's a knockdown. You can't pump fake a knockdown. Everybody would be pump faking knockdowns. Y'all gonna be like, Tank was smart for that. You can't take a knee, pump fake a knockdown, and then walk to your corner in the middle of the round and scream for a towel, and they wipe you down, and there's gonna be y'all saying some disgusting shit. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, Tank can do what he wants, because Tank, yo, hey, listen, we ain't got that kind of time, dog. You can't do that, bro. If any part of your body other than your feet touch the canvas following a landed shot is a knockdown. Who is fixing the fights now? Oh, shit.
If Devin your God, y'all gotta pay me now. I gotta get the knockout. If not, y'all gonna give it to him.
Who is fixing the fight now?
The court of public opinion has already made its ruling on their first encounter. Across social media and boxing forums, a growing wave of fans insist that Roach was the true victor. Viral clips showcasing his sharpest combinations and Davis's rare moments of frustration are spreading fast. What the judges missed, the people clearly saw. One viral tweet with millions of views claims that this underdog story has elevated Roach from challenger to folk hero, adding even more fuel to the already blazing anticipation for the rematch. The controversy has turned into Roach's biggest asset, transforming what could have been a routine title defense into a high-stakes battle for legitimacy for Davis.
This is a secret Lamont Roach knows. Tank can go get you if you're running away, because Tank is very good at knowing the distance where he has most leverage on his punches. If you think about Mike Tyson is strange to say, but he wasn't great with his power when he was very close on the inside. Mike Tyson was a mid-range puncher. That's why Mike Tyson could go in from a distance and step in and knock you out. But when y'all close, Mike Tyson didn't really have all his power in there. Neither does Tank. So if you're backing up, Tank can go get you. Other than that, Tank has to counter you. That's how Tank knocked out Roddy. That's how Tank knocked out Ryan Garcia. That's how Tank hurt Mario Barrios and started that shit, that snowball. That's how Tank knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. That's why Tank talked so much. He needs you punch.
The boxing world is demanding a fair playing field for the rematch, with both fans and analysts calling for neutral officiating. The shadow of referee Steve Willis's controversial calls in their first fight still looms large. His decision not to rule Davis's 9th-round knee as a knockdown, along with other questionable calls, has led to accusations of favoritism. Roach's camp has drawn a firm line, insisting that Willis be excluded from officiating the rematch. "We need officials who will let the fighters decide the outcome," Roach's manager stated plainly. The controversy has grown so intense that officials from the Athletic Commission are reportedly considering bringing in an international referee to ensure impartiality.
So obviously the part with the grease in the eye, that took on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? That was a headline in the fight. One is, what did you think when he said that initially? Just like the grease in the eye. But two is like, when you was in the fight, was there any point that you saw that? Like, did you see like him kind of messing with his eye, or did you have any indication that that was something that was bothering him?
No, see, and that's the thing. If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eyes before
you jabbed him.
Before I jabbed him. Even that right hand that, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you could see him wipe his eye. And then, right after I hit him with the jab, you could see him wipe his other eye. So it's like, it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him with and exactly which eye. So it's like crazy for him to say, it's grease in my eye. And I think even when he say that, you could see me, because I'm right beside him, you can see me like, nigga, what you talking about? So,
right.
But you say you don't think he willing though.
Whatever. See, but who cares? Like, sweat gonna get in your eye, blood gonna get in your eye.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Spit fuck around and get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like you can be like, all right, time out, ref. Hold on,
Take no
ref.
time out.
You can't do that.
Right. Would you be cool with Steve Willis doing the next fight?
Hell no.
He can't do the next fight.
No, he can't do the next fight.
Right.
No.
Pops, it's a no?
Hell no.
Yeah, fuck that
Fuck,
nigga.
yeah.
You know how many
Coach Ben on him, man. He lucky he ain't running Coach Ben after that fight.
But look how many times he fucked the fight up though. Right. The knee, him going to the corner to get assistance, like who knows? Not saying that they did any cheating shit or nothing like that. But like he wiped his face with a towel. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do none of that. Right. That's a disqualification. You turned your back on the ref after you took a knee. Usually the ref will be like, all right, he don't want to fight no more. Fight's off.
The first fight defied expectations in ways few could have predicted. Davis, the so-called destroyer of worlds, found himself in a battle with a Roach who was supposedly outmatched, especially after moving up in weight. Instead of folding under Tank's power, Roach absorbed his hardest shots and kept pushing forward, evolving from underdog to equal in the eyes of fans. That wasn't luck, that was skill combined with heart. One analyst noted about Roach's unexpected resilience. This revelation has completely altered the narrative for the rematch. What was once seen as a clear mismatch now looks like a true 50-50 showdown. Roach enters the sequel with the ultimate confidence booster, the undeniable knowledge that Davis's vaunted power couldn't break him.
Nobody, and I repeat, nobody likes ties in a damn boxing fight, bro. A tie? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like round 8 or 9, that was going crazy. Like it was back and forth and everything, but like, come on now, stop it. Stop. Davis was supposed to get that fight, bro. He was supposed to win, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, who's ever in charge, bro, if it ends in a tie, y'all are going to immediately fight until somebody gets knocked out. Simple as that. Whoever falls first loses. It is that simple, bro. It is that simple. Because if they do a rematch and it's Lambert in this fight, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So you might as well fight immediately right after that. Like what are we doing? A tie? Cap. I call cap.
That concludes today's in-depth look at one of boxing's most electrifying rivalries. The stage is set for a rematch that promises to be unforgettable. Will Tank Davis prove his critics wrong, or will Lamont Roach complete his underdog journey? Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an update, and turn on notifications for all our exclusive content. The countdown to Fight Night has begun. Who are you picking to win? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling videos. Hit the bell icon to stay up to date with all things boxing. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for the latest news and coverage.